Hi, my name is Darian David, and I'm here to apply for the character design and props position. So the first question here states, describe your creative process. What are the major steps for a project in your particular area of expertise? So my creative process is just me simply being myself every day, waking up in the morning, going to school, going to work, hanging out with my friends and family. Sometimes I'll encounter some strange interactions. Sometimes I'll encounter some wholesome or regular interactions. I'll write that in my journal. Along with that, characters that'll fit so well with that theme and backgrounds. One of my latest projects I'm working at is when I went to Waffle House at 3 a.m. in the morning. And as you can imagine, that right there was just too much. And I wrote that down on my journal. Characters that will look so funny with that situation and the comedy that will align so well. Another one is, if you look at my portfolio, is my characters getting sucked up by a live painting. And that's just me watching Night of the Museum, a classic movie that started early in the early 2000s. Another creative output is listening to your art director and suggesting some solutions, suggesting a little creative input there. It can just be something so minor. An art director came up to me one time, along with everyone, and said, hey, we're going to start the props like this. We're going to end it this way, and we're going to ship it out that way. And I realized a little problem with the shipping process. I suggested my art director, without overstepping boundaries, hey, I realize there's a problem with the shipping. We need to add something here. I don't want anything happens to the prop. I don't want it to be crumbled, crushed when it arrives to our clients. And my art director said, good catch. It truly shows that you care behind the scenes of the props instead of just getting everything, rushing everything together and throwing it out there. So that is two ways of my creative outputs. Just me experiencing life every day, and also suggesting little inputs, little solution, little minor things to a situation that can be a major creative output. So the second question here states, what companies, creative products, or brand do you most admire, and how do they influence your work? So a person that I truly admire is J.G. Quintel. I love his work so much. He created Regular Show, Adventure Time, and Close Enough on HBO Max. His comedy, his characters, his background are aligned so well. And if you look at my projects and if you look at his, you'll be like, this girl, her projects, you can tell she loves J.G. Quintel. I see some similarities, and it is very true. When it comes to his comedies, it's just them doing regular things, and there's a plot at the end. And with that, I love the style, the animation style of J.G. Quintel's work. They're not really stiff, like, hey guys, welcome to the park. I'm going to the... No, they're like, woohoo, very, very human-like movements that grabs my attention so much. I just love J.G. Quintel's work when it comes to human-like movements. The fact that they use symbols, like different pieces of arms and different pieces of torso and different pieces of heads, and to move so fluently like that is just insane to me. That is not frame by frame work. And another inspiration of mine is Seth MacFarlane, Family Guy. They run into the wall with humor so many times on their network, but I just love the evolution art style of Family Guy, the different programs they use throughout the years. You can truly tell they use different programs. First episode all the way down to the latest episodes. So those are my two inspiration of mine. So the third question here states, let's say someone tells you to design something without any or with very little context beyond the project prompt. What do you do? So there was a time where a lady came up to me and be like, hey, can you create this? I need this by tomorrow. It's a festival poster. I need them wearing a black dress. I need them wearing a gray dress with red, yellow hair. And I'm like, am I creating a funeral poster? Because a black dress doesn't really fit well with a festival woohoo type theme. And I'm like, what about this? Let me sketch out an idea of a color palette. So I added a color palette to my tablet, and I'm like, hey, these are the colors I believe that would look very best to what you're looking for. And then they go, yes, you're the expert here. Do whatever. Do whatever. Draw this, draw that. And I'm like, I can't really do whatever, because if I do whatever, what I would like, they're not going to see that. So I explained to them more about scale, color theory, how things will align. You want things to align. Like the red hair, gray dress, black dress does not align at all. And a matter of fact, it does not sound appealing, just saying it. So I'm like, okay, let's give them this color. Let's give them a red dress. Let's give them a yellow dress. Maybe yellow hair of a yellow dress, red hair of a red dress, like the Fanta girls. Like, let's make it unique. Let's make it fun. With a green car, with a bird, let's make this very unique. Let's make this fun. Let's use some unusual colors, but not black and gray. That's just really sad and sorrow. And so that is one situation I can think of when it comes to this prompt. When they give you, when they just throw you like, hey, just make this. And I'm like, let's discuss first. Let's discuss this first.